Hey guys, it's Ryan here with another episode of Blockchain Markets, the channel where... Hey guys, it's Ryan here with another episode of Blockchain Markets, the channel where I talk about cryptocurrency investments and blockchain technology in general. So today I'm gonna do like a different video. I want to just discuss something with you, so just I want you to be active in the comments or just go to the link in the description so you can join our private group of crypto investors and blockchain enthusiasts. I just want to bring up a topic. Where is Bitcoin going and why is it not really working? And just like as many of you know, I'm a firm believer in blockchain technology, and I think this is the way to go. So I just want to clarify that. But I have also some concerns specifically about Bitcoin. And I'm not just complaining about Bitcoin. It's just it's just a question that I have. I just want to throw it to the community. What I think, there are some problems that Bitcoin has, which is not making it work at the moment, right? We could love blockchain, but we have to be honest as well. Bitcoin is not really working. So why is it not working? There are a few things why Bitcoin is not working. So if you think the original idea of Satoshi was to create a digital currency so you can create micropayments or payments in general, and then you wouldn't have to depend on a central bank or on centralized authorities. So you can just have a peer-to-peer transaction. Now, in reality, what has happened is that, and you all know that the transactions are, the cost of the transactions are way too high. So if you want to buy a house, or if you want to buy a car or something big, then it's no problem. But if you want to, now, are you able to go to the coffee shop and just get a latte or a cappuccino with Bitcoin? Yes, you can, and there are some people, then there's some places where you can actually pay with Bitcoin. You can also pay for a room in a hotel with Bitcoin. In just a few places, not many, but it is possible. Now that's in theory. It is possible, yes, but now we should think of, does it make sense to pay for a cappuccino with a Bitcoin when the transactions are so high? That doesn't make sense at all. So you cannot make, that's point one, you cannot make micropayments with Bitcoin, because the transactions are even, the cost of the transaction is even higher than the cappuccino that you're gonna get. So it doesn't make sense in that. So you won't see massive adoption from coffee shops or from shops in general, or people in general. So I'm not able to send $10 to my sister or my brother or my friend with using Bitcoins, because it's just too expensive. I'm not going to do it. Now the other thing that I want to discuss also is the transactions per second. Now I know that we have a Lightning network, and then there are some things that Bitcoin is planning to do to really be able to compete with centralized payment solutions like Visa or MasterCard, or like, but those guys have way more transactions per second that like way more transactions per second than Bitcoin. Now we know, as I said, that there are some second layer protocols that will allow Bitcoin to scale, but that doesn't happen. That hasn't happened yet. So that's a concern. The transactions per second are just like way too low. It's like 4 transactions per second in Bitcoin. We have thousands and tens of thousands on other solutions. Centralized solutions, like I said, but they're also newcomers in the decentralized world that are planning to have much more transactions per second. like EOS, for example, or Neo, and the other projects, and they keep on coming, more projects that they're planning to rival Bitcoin in that aspect. Now, the other thing is also, if you want to think on the risk of accepting. Now let's say I'm an owner of an e-commerce shop. I sell T-shirts online, and I implement BitPay or Coinbase in my my shop, so I can accept Bitcoin. Now, from a user perspective, from a buyer perspective, why would I buy with Bitcoin if I don't have Bitcoin in the first place? Because the amount of people that have Bitcoin is just tiny percentage of people. So then you're counting, so then I guess my point is that it is difficult to bring new people to pay with Bitcoin, especially when you have also this problem of high transaction costs as well. But also from the other side, as the owner of the webshop, then okay, I get my Bitcoins, but the market is so volatile that Bitcoin could be tomorrow 10% more, maybe next month. Let's say I run last year a campaign in November for Black Friday, and I sold a lot of things in my webshop in November 2017. So I kept those Bitcoins and I sold a lot in Bitcoin. I sold T-shirts and I got paid in Bitcoins. So what happened afterwards is that in December it grew even more. And in January it was doing well in the first week, and then boom. What happens when I'm a shop owner and I have to pay other people also? Maybe I have employees. And I got all this Bitcoin, and now all of a sudden we are in March and it is 1/4, 1/5, or 1/3 of what it used to be. So it is, my point is, it's the volatility goes against adoption. You cannot accept something that tomorrow could be 10% less or maybe 30% less. So that's also the other problem that I have with Bitcoin. Of course, we can talk about more the massive amount of electricity that miners need, and that is just increasing. Now with a big price, with a high price, of course, there's more incentive for new miners to come in. So that's more electricity that is needed, and now we should also ask ourselves, like, does more from an environmental point of view, I think it is a price to pay for a great technology that is in the infancy now. Now we all know that Ethereum, for example, and others are moving from a proof of work to a proof of stake. So the pressure on the electricity consumption would be less. Now on the Bitcoin side of things, it will remain as a proof of work. So miners will still consume electricity. So that's another concern. And the other thing is that the original idea was of Satoshi, actually, and why we all loved the technology, is that it would create transactions easy and seamless and decentralized and cheap. Now that is not happening, like I said at the beginning. But what's happening actually is that Bitcoin is not being used for that, but it's being used for as a way of storing value. So it's basically being used as the modern gold, which was never the case. It was never the real aim of its founder and of the whole community. Now, will Bitcoin continue increasing in price? I believe that it will be going higher and higher and higher because of the certain amount of Bitcoins that we have, only 21 million. But now also I just want to throw this to the community, so all this topic, so we can actually talk about it and then say, I'm really curious and seeing like, what do you think, guys? Are these real concerns of Bitcoin? Do you think these things will change? Do you see that Lightning Network would solve many of these problems? By when? So as I said, just join the discussion, and that's it. I'll see you in the next video. Cheers, guys. Bye.